just about ready to get back to Phoenix, Arizona for race weekend at Phoenix Raceway. I'm so glad when we're able to have these 4 months off, not the 8 months off that we're coming up to, but racing almost back here in the Valley. Welcome to the Inside Lane on Sports 360 AZ. I'm your host, Devon Henry, and joining us on the Inside Lane, she is the 2008 Toyota Pro Celebrity Champion, the 2013 Outnumber Hunger Live Country Music Show MC, and the first ever female play-by-play commentator for a live televised motorsports event. The play-by-play announcer for the ARCA Menards series on Fox Sports, living in Carmel, Indiana, it's Jamie Little. Jamie, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely. Glad to be here. Thanks for that intro. That was impressive.
Hey, our pleasure over here, and of course, glad to have you coming out here soon in a couple of weeks, but I'm sure you'd much rather be in Indiana with the snow than the horrendous temperatures going on in Daytona and a couple weeks here in Vegas and Arizona. I'm sure that the snow is much better than that.
Hey, it's fun to jump in, but I'm happy to jump out this time of year. I can't wait to go west. It just feels like I'm at home when I get out there in the desert, the dry air, good hair days, great temperatures in the mountains. So can't wait to get back there.
And excited to have you over here for NASCAR weekend and, of course, the General Tire 150 coming up for the ARCA Menards series. And for you, you've been with X Games, to Supercross, to the Rolex 24, to America's Top Dog, and now the voice of the ARCA Menards series on Fox. So for you personally, what are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish here in this new role for you?
Yeah, just a new skill set, and to do something that a woman has never had the opportunity to do before. I mean, I've been a pit reporter for about 20 years in motorsports now. So it's really fun to try something new, to be challenged in a new way, to watch the race from a different viewpoint. It was just time. And my first race, I couldn't have asked for it to go better. So many tremendous people helped me get there and made the race look good. It was a great race at Daytona. So if the racing is good, it makes all of us look better. You know what I mean? So, the end goal with this, obviously, if I love it as much as I have been already, I want to climb the ladder. I'd love to go to Trucks, Xfinity, and move up to Cup maybe one day if they'll have me. But that's in the future, but this year is the first time getting to do play-by-play. So I just want to learn that craft and hope that everybody appreciates it, that I work for, and that they'll allow me to climb the ladder eventually.
And looking forward to the General Tire 150 at Phoenix Raceway. I'm sure Ty Gibbs will still be on a high following his win at the Daytona Road Course in the Xfinity Series, but so many drivers, the young drivers of the ARCA Series, they're still a little bit new to Phoenix. So once you guys come over here to this 1 mile oval, what are your expectations when they hit the track?
Anytime you see ARCA cars on the track, it's going to be exciting. I mean, those kids mix it up. There's a mix of the veteran drivers who've been racing forever in all different series. And then you have those young kids that are 17, 18, 19 years old. There's a lot of them out there. But Ty Gibbs, he's racing every race this year. So every time he gets behind the wheel, you're going to bet that he's going to be a factor to win that race. And what he did in the Xfinity Series, it was amazing. He didn't just luck into that win. He drove his butt off, and he didn't make a mistake. I think everybody knows who Ty Gibbs is now, if they didn't before. So it'll be fun to see that. But I was there for the ARCA race watching, as a spectator from the infield last November, and those kids get after it. And I love watching it because those are the future stars of our sport. It's the future Cup stars. So I love seeing what they're capable of. And it's been a blast, but it's going to be a great race at Phoenix.
And those kiddos back in November got a lesson from David Gillen about how to get around Phoenix on a green checkered, if you will. Talking with Jamie Little here on the Inside Lane and going a little bit more in depth on you. I want to talk about your entrepreneurial endeavors, if you will, because you're not just in the racing world. You own 2 Jimmy Johns. You own 2 Nothing Bundt Cakes. For you, why jump into the world of being a restaurant owner? How did that come up for you, and why do you continue doing it with an already pretty hectic schedule?
Yes, we're very busy, but that's kind of what my husband takes care of. He'll watch the kids and be with them when I'm out of town, and he runs our businesses. But it's a lot of fun to, own franchises. Thankfully, I don't have to do the day-to-day, but I do get out there and I do cake deliveries for our bakery here at home. During the week, we'll take the kids and make a family, outing of it. We did that during the pandemic. I mean, our cake sales did great during that time because people still needed to celebrate, and we were out there doing deliveries. So it's great. It's also, I always tell people it's great to have a plan B. I've been doing this a long time, but you never know when your time is up and the next person steps up. So it's good to have something else to fall back on, and just good for our family to have different opportunities, different businesses.
And those two Jimmy Johns will be seen soon once you come to Las Vegas here in just a couple of weeks for the NASCAR Cup Series. And of course, that Vegas-Phoenix swing coming up. You said you love the West Coast, but for Phoenix Raceway hosting the 2021 championship, we don't know what the future looks like right now for that championship race. But in your mind, from your perspective, what are your thoughts on Phoenix Raceway potentially having that championship race for what they hope years to come?
I loved it. I thought they did a tremendous job last year. I mean, Chase Elliott loved it, but the racing is always good. There's so many great things about Phoenix, but especially what they've done recently. And it's such a great place for fans. So I'm happy to see we're going to have fans for this first race, and hopefully for the championship, they'll be able to have a packed house to see what the true potential could be. I love that racetrack. Restarts are incredible. It's just, I love everything about it. I love that the championship is out there because, you guys always have good weather. Maybe every once in a while there's some rain, but it's nothing like Homestead where you get rain all the time. And it was time to mix it up. And I love that they went out west because there's a lot of race fans out there, and they deserve to have that championship weekend.
And before I let you go, Jamie, it feels like to me that every time you look in the pit area, we're seeing more young ladies who are either in the pits, in the cars, in the broadcast booth, all growing up in the racing community. So if there was any young women out there who maybe want to go, whether it be the racing route or your broadcasting route, what advice do you have for them to try to bring up more of women in motorsports?
I say if you love racing, find that passion, whatever it is. If it's being on camera, if you want to work in PR, if you want to work on a race team, all of those opportunities are out there. You just have to be willing to put in the work, outwork the next person, because it's cutthroat. This is a very competitive field, I think you could say. Everybody wants to be in TV and talk about racing, it seems, or talk about sports in general. And a lot of people are vying for those jobs. So what sets you apart is your attitude, your work ethic, and your ability to do the job. So if you want to do it, go for it. Nothing should stop you. I think I'm living proof of that.
Well, Jamie, I'll let you go. I know you have plenty going on as we get ready for, of course, the West Coast Swing and the General Tire 150 for the ARCA Menards Series. But first, we'll see you again at Homestead coming up. Want to talk more to you maybe later on about some of your dirt biking experience, downhill mountain biking, your multitude of Hollywood cameos, and, of course, your animal rescue work. Hope to talk to you again soon. Hopefully, we'll get to see you here in Phoenix in just a few weeks.
Yes, I'll be out there. So hopefully you are, and we'll say hello. Thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure. This was the Inside Lane on Sports 360 AZ. Be sure to keep it to Sports 360 AZ. Keep up with everything going on. NASCAR weekend coming up at Phoenix Raceway.